It's Sunday, time for a weekly review of my health journey, with all the stats and numbers a nerd like me loves. This has been a great week. I feel like I'm really getting in the groove and my numbers have been encouraging. My weight this morning was 311.1. That's a 1 pound drop from yesterday and 7.2 pounds since I weighed in on January 1st. I keep expecting a bounce back, but not so far. I know the early days of exercise and dieting often come with the biggest losses, so I'm happy, but I realize most weeks probably won't be like this. I'm going to go ahead and give some credit to Ozempic. My appetite has plummeted and I just don't feel hungry most of the time. When I do feel hungry, I make myself wait 10 minutes or so before getting food because often the feeling just goes away. Will this last? I don't know. I do know that Ozempic is very hard to get. My pharmacy has been out of it for over a week and I had to beg my doctor for more samples, which he was kind enough to give me. The samples will hold me over for a bit, but I may need to look for a better stocked pharmacy. I'm using Walgreens, and they've never been a problem before, but I've never needed a popular drug before. I know it is a nationwide problem. Everybody wants to get thin, even though this is supposed to be a diabetes drug. My calories yesterday were actually a bit higher than the past few days, mainly because I ate out, and restaurant food is inherently high in calories. I got the shrimp combo at Rubio's. I thought it would be low in calories, but it actually was 970 because they just drown it in sauces. It's amazing how they managed to make shrimp a high-calorie dish. I didn't finish it all, but I went ahead and counted the full calorie amount since I also had some beans with it. I didn't finish those either, though. Overall, yesterday's calorie count was 2190. I aim to be around 2000 most days, but I allow myself a max of 2500, so I'm still well below that. More importantly, my weekly average for calories consumed was 1949. That keeps me around 2000 calories on average, which is my goal. 2000 is the universally accepted number for the right amount of calories to eat, so staying in that range seems best health-wise. My fasting blood sugar this morning was 116. That's a little higher than yesterday's 107, but still my second lowest of the year. I'm happy with that. Getting my blood sugar down is a primary motivation for the health journey. Before this, I had never tracked my blood sugar, and I find it a great motivator. Yesterday's step count was 13,962, which helped me burn 1,128 active calories. My steps average for the week was 13,020, which I feel good about. I hope to maintain that average long term while picking up the pace of my walking. My best walking speed this week was 2.5 miles an hour, which my app considers a leisurely stroll. It doesn't feel like a leisurely stroll to me. I watched some videos yesterday that said brisk walking was actually the best way to burn fat and backed it up with some scientific studies. I should specify this is compared to running and biking at approximately the same intensity. Swimming might be better, but she didn't discuss that. The channel was Misha PhD if you're interested. I'll leave a link to her page in the comments. When I planned this journey, I was initially going to do most of my calorie work on the exercise bike, but when I had to move my office downstairs, I ended up leaving the bike behind. It just doesn't go in the living room. In the end, though, I think I'm liking the walking better. It does take more time to burn the same amount of calories, but it feels like I'm getting a better overall workout of the body because when I walk, my arms are involved. And on the bike, they're just sitting there holding my iPad. My 7-day resting heart rate is back to 66 average, which is good. I think I can get it down to the 50s if I keep this up for a few months. My family has a history of heart problems, and I have some calcification around my heart, which is another big motivator for losing the weight and getting more fit. My walking heart rate average rose to 106. This is probably because the weather has been nicer and I've been doing my walking on a little track in the backyard. It's much easier to get up to speed when you don't have to reverse direction every 50 steps. That's it for my health, but I want to briefly discuss YouTube, since I'm posting every day. Most of my videos so far this year are getting about 7 to 20 views, but I did have a small hit with my HDL video, which has 217 views so far. Those aren't big numbers compared to most, but it makes me feel like a rock star. Finally, I'll leave you with my Sir Terry Pratchett quote of the day. She was already learning that if you ignore the rules, people will, half the time, quietly rewrite them so that they don't apply to you. That's it for today. I hope your own health journey is going well. Please like and subscribe. Comments are even better. See you tomorrow.